What's the status, everybody? It is Fixed Status, back with another video for you guys. And today we're going to be looking at the Life Foundation Venom 3-pack. I got this a couple days ago. I would imagine that the reception of this 3-pack is very, very highly anticipated, especially because everybody was waiting for this Venom to go, or at least to be made on this body, at least a proper one without all the cell shading on it. But nonetheless, it's a really cool 3-pack. I definitely want to take a look at it with you guys here. Also, this is going to be the first Marvel Legends review on the channel, but it's definitely not going to be the last. But yeah, let's just take a quick look at this and see what we got here. All right, guys, so getting into it, again, I think this was a really highly anticipated 3-pack. We're finishing up the Life Foundation team as a whole, or I guess you could call it a team, but the group as a whole, with the last two symbiotes here. You have Riot over here and Agony as well. Riot is on the Monster Venom body, which is a really good use. It does have its ups and downs. I'll get into that in a second, as well as Agony, which I think she's on the Shriek body, if I'm not. I can't remember. I'm not really familiar with the differences in between like the Shriek body or Silk. I don't remember the different female bodies, and forgive me for that. Her presentation is pretty nice as well, but the star of the show, of course, is going to be Venom, Eddie Brock, on the Omega Red body. And of course, people were scrambling and hoping that they were going to release this. Obviously they were going to, once they did it on the animated series version with all the cell shading and everything as a PulseCon exclusive. Anyways, you know, they were definitely going to re-release this. I do prefer Venom on the Omega Red body as opposed to the movie Venom body. It's just my opinion. I kind of like the way the proportions are set up. It's more comic book-esque, I guess, in my opinion. So that's cool. Overall, I mean, these guys look, you know, they're Marvel Legends, so they're more domestic. You're not going to get a huge ton of quality on the figures, just to be outright and upfront with you guys here. But I think it does, like I said before, it has its ups and it's definitely going to have its downs. So we definitely want to take a look at each figure individually here. So starting off with Venom, the dad of the 3-pack here. I will say, yeah, the deco is nice. It's simple. It's going to be black and white. You know, it's Venom. He has a semi-gloss to him, so he's not like super shiny like the movie Venom, which I kind of prefer this more. The tampo, at least, or I guess it's what is that? It's like a print. It's the same thing they did for the symbiote suit Spider-Man, the Marvel Legends one. It's kind of like, it's almost like they printed it, like they went over it with a couple different passes, and it's kind of ridged there on there. But yeah, really nicely applied. I have one like defect there on the back. You can kind of see the ridging there, but yeah, I only have one defect. Other than that, this is a really clean application. Super clean, you know, for what it is, because we've been, you know, the community, and I'll speak on this a little bit, Marvel Legends it's kind of been up and down as far as like the paint. I mean, it's hit or miss. Sometimes we get really good paint application, other times we don't. I knew that they weren't going to mess this one up. There's no way they could mess up Venom. I mean, it's an important character. Yeah, the head sculpt looks really great. The eyes are actually silver. It has like a little bit of metallic in there. It's kind of taking the light. If you guys can see here, it's kind of taking the light there, but it's shiny, like a metallic white, like they put some, I don't know, metallic silver paint mixed in with the white there. Really cool. But yeah, the overall look of him, it just looks really imposing. He's not stocky because he is pretty tall, but he has like just a buffer build. I really like that on Venom here. And he's always going to be imposing on a lot of the Marvel Legends Spider-Man, and even some of the import figures, as we covered before. The import Spider-Man are always really small. So yeah, but yeah, Venom looks really good. Now we'll go over Riot really quickly here. He's the simplest of the bunch, I would argue. He is mostly reuse of the Monster Venom. I mean, he's completely reused except for the head and his accessory here. But yeah, he's a huge build. I think they could have done a lot better as far as like on the paint applications, because he has like these lesions everywhere, and I think he shouldn't be this blue. I think he should be a lighter, or at least like more gray instead of blue, like a darker gray. like just a little bit lighter tone than what these spots, these lesions are on him. I'm always a fan of the Monster Venom body. I mean, I don't mind them reusing it because I'm a huge fan of it, and I really like the way it looks, and also the articulation on it is really nice. But yeah, the head sculpt is going to be the main difference here. He does have that same kind of metallic thing going on with his eyes, like they mixed in that silver paint there. But yeah, he's fairly similar to the Monster Venom body. I really wish they would have added some type of shading. With these bigger figures, it's easier for them to apply it, and since they didn't, it just kind of looks like he's just a hunk of, I mean, yeah, he is what he is, but it just looks like a hunk of plastic here. So I really wish they would have done the same type of shading like they did on the Monster Venom, the Eddie Brock version, not the Matt Gargan one. But yeah, I mean, right, he looks cool. He looks cool. And last but not least, we have Agony here. Now, Agony, you know, what I'm gonna say is probably a little bit controversial in the community here. I actually like her more than Riot, just because of I don't know. I think it mainly has to do with the head sculpt. But Agony looks really, really nice. I know that a lot of this paint work is actually, it should have been sculpted. Like she should have had spikes kind of coming off of her everywhere. But again, for what we have here, the application is clean. I would have preferred that sculpting on there. That's always a huge bonus. But the paint work is nice. The color coordination is really, really nice on this thing too. It just has a nice vibe to it. I don't know, this thing, Agony is very pleasing to my eye. At least when I look at her, it just looks really nice. And then that head sculpt, man. People are not talking about this head sculpt. It looks really, really cool. Look at that hair. That looks dope. And then the face with the kind of jack-o'-lantern eyes. I like that. And there's differentiation in the colors in the hair and the face. They really, you know, they really wanted to go the extra mile, at least for the head sculpt. If they're gonna change anything, the head sculpt, you better make it good. And I mean, I think this is it's nice. They went, look at that. I like the dynamics of it. I think that's what it is. The dynamics of the hair. It just looks like she's always in action. I really, really like that. All right, and as far as articulation goes for these guys, I'm gonna kind of go through this really quickly. I'm sure a lot of you guys do have Marvel Legends, but if you don't, I'll try to get through some of the highlights, the things that you will need to know on these guys. We'll start with Riot though, as I would imagine he's the most simplest, or the most simplistic of the three in terms of articulation. So let's go through this here. So he does have a disc hinge for the head. It goes pretty far up, nice ways down, so that's nice. I do like that. His head is on a ball, so he doesn't really get any attitude or anything like that. He just kind of gets a little tilt there. That's about it. The arms are on a hinge, so they do come out up to 90, or that's a little bit under. It's a little bit under 90 there. Bicep swivel, if I can actually get it to do it. Bicep swivel. His arms bend decent amount for a big guy, so that's nice. Hands, they hinge, so most of this guy is going to be hinges. And then one of the worst articulation setups as far as torsos go is going to be an ab crunch, as well as the waist swivel. I don't mind it as much on the big guy because his sculpting does kind of hide a lot of the cuts and everything that are on him. But again, it is what it is. His legs go up to almost 90 there. His legs are double jointed, so they will bend pretty far back. That's cool. And then I do like that they did give him at least a boot swivel. Now I know you can't actually do this, like this is not anatomically correct, but I do think it lends well to posing and getting him into certain dynamic poses there. So that's nice. I like that they added the lower calf swivel, and then his feet are hinged, so they go pretty nice ways away. So yeah, Riot is fairly simple. You can get him in some nice poses, but he's not really going to be the most articulate just because of his size, and of course this is a fairly dated body as well. So we'll set him back here. We'll go over Agony. Agony is pretty limited as well, just because I do wish that Hasbro would give us a more, like a highly articulated female body. They've given us the one for Spider-Man. They've given us quite a few of them actually, but I do wish they would give us one for the females. The head is from what I've been hearing, it's been a bit of contention for people just because I'll take it off here. Dude, fear of risk of breaking it. Let's see. So I don't know why they decided to make the ball joint, at least the attachment point, so skinny when the head is, I don't know, the head is big and the ball joint itself is, or the socket and the ball are big. I don't know. But people have been having issues with getting the head on there. I haven't had that issue, luckily, but I know that it is out there. So if you're getting this 3-pack, just be aware of that. But the head does get a really nice range of movement. Even for it having hair on it, it looks up a good ways. It looks down really nicely. It can look like it can get a little bit of attitude in there too. I like that. So I do like the way that head is situated. I just don't like the attachment point and how small it is. So, but yeah, like I said before, you do also have an upper torso ball joint. I guess this is what this would be. It gets a fair range of organic movement, but I do wish that we would have something on the lower abdomen to kind of help out with those crunches, because as of right now, you can get her to bend back quite a bit, but forward, not so much. Hinged arms again, bicep swivel. If I can get it to activate, there we go, boom, bicep swivel. She is double jointed and pinless, which is nice, always a plus. And then the hands are hinged as well. They are a bit gummy since they're small, so be careful, you don't want to ruin them. The legs do go up to 90. And then you do also have an upper thigh swivel. No lower calf or anything like that. You do have double jointed legs. They bend a very nice ways back. And then the feet can swivel and they are hinged as well. So yeah, Agony is a nice figure. You know, she's not gonna be the most articulate as well. She does serve her purpose though. And I think she looks fantastic as far as colors and the articulation. You get her into some nice poses still. And then thirdly, last but finally not least, you have Venom. He is on the Omega Red body, and oh my gosh, I'm just in the mood of ripping heads off today. He is on the Omega Red body. I really think that is a really, really nice body. It does need some tweaking, but I think he looks really, really good. You know, his head can go all the way back really, really far. So you can look up and look down. Now your shoulders can hinge all the way up. I don't know why this one is not doing it, but the other one is okay, there we go. I just didn't push enough. It actually goes past 90 there. And then they are butterfly joints as well, which is awesome for a Venom figure, so you can get those arms back. And I don't have them all, but yeah, they can get them really, really far back for those dynamic poses. He can get him a little bit forward. Let's see. Yeah, you can get him forward too. I don't know. Can he hug himself? Let's see. I haven't actually tried this on the Omega Red. I don't think you can. You can cross his arms a little bit actually. Let me see. This is harder to do on camera. Yeah, he can make it seem like he's crossing his arms, but not really. Again, this is the only point of contention with this body. You do have torso cut. Now he does get down pretty good ways there, but I just wish it was a little bit more. And then of course you have the swivel. Legs go up pretty much 90. Then you do have a calf, or I keep saying calf swivel. You do have a upper thigh swivel, double jointed legs, but he's very bulky, so you can't really get him all the way back. And then feet are on a swivel and hinge. So yeah, very, very straightforward articulation. I think that, you know, like I said before, if Marvel Legends or Hasbro in general just start adopting the two neck pec or the two dumbbell joints at the neck, and then of course on the torso, I think they would really start competing with import figures more than they already are. All right, as far as accessories go, Venom, he does come with 3 accessories. So he does come with an extra set of hands, which I really do like these. These also came with the animated series version. He has his clawing hands here. Really, really nice. I love the sculpt on that. And then we also get an alternate head. This is really, really nicely sculpted. Let's get a closer look on that. If we can focus. Yeah, look at that. Sort of mid-transformation. We'll get his head on there. Yeah, that looks awesome. This head was, I think, something that people were clamoring for quite a bit. A nice Eddie Brock head in mid-transformation. If we could have gotten a third regular Eddie Brock head just to show the transformation, that would have been really, really good. But, you know, with Hasbro, you have to take what you can and, you know, get running. You know, otherwise you're asking for too much, I guess. But that's a really awesome head sculpt that they gave us there. As for Agony, the only accessory that she does have or that she comes with are these two super, super small fists. But she does come with them if it'll focus. And then Riot comes with a really cool accessory. It comes with a huge symbiote blade. For some reason, symbiotes are really into becoming blades or just sharp objects, I guess. Lasher and Phage, but really, really nice. Again, I really wish that there was some more like shading or paint work, because it would really bring out a lot of this. Oh goodness. It would really bring out a lot of this this sculpting that's on here. That's one thing I don't understand, is that they put all this time and effort into the sculpts sometimes, and then they don't follow it up with, you know, a good paint job, like a really good like shadowing and like something that would really bring out the you know, the detail there. But that's what his big axe, I guess you could call it. That's what it looks like on him there. Yeah, it leaves something to be desired there. So it's kind of a shame, but that's that. So that's all the accessories. All right, and size comparison time here. So we do have Venom. I'm just gonna go ahead and get him out of the way. We have him up against a couple different figures. We have the movie Venom here. Then we also have the monster Venom, Eddie Brock. This looks really, really cool. Now you can kind of do like a transformation from like standard Venom to like a monster Venom there. You can kind of get him like all roided out and everything. I really like this figure here. As for the movie Venom, I think they kind of stand, this Venom is big, man. It's huge. I didn't really, because Omega Red is huge. Like, this is a huge figure in and of itself, and this is crazy how big that he gets. The head does fit on this guy as well, and I'll show you, because I do also have the Null Venom 2-pack, and I'm sorry he's wearing some red bottoms here. But the head does, the Eddie Brock head does go on there. Looks really, really nice with it there too, just to show you. And it's strange because he doesn't look abnormally big. Like, the head is not like too small for it. Like, I don't know, that works. But he's huge, so yeah. All right, and then here we do have Venom next to his father and his son. We have Null and Carnage here. I will say these guys look really, really nice together. These two, especially. This Venom should have came with this Null in that 2-pack instead of the other one on the movie Venom. I don't know why they made that choice. That was really weird, especially because he didn't have the shoed feet, I guess. I don't know what to call them, but yeah, they look really nice together. I wish Venom would have came in that 2-pack with like the cosmic effects on them, and like even the big axe that was Mjolnir and the Silver Surfer's board mixed together. That would have been a really cool accessory for that 3-pack instead of the wings, which should have gone to Null. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent here. Those two look really nice together. And then Carnage also looks really, really cool together. I like the size disparity there. I think we could get a bigger Carnage. I know we're getting the one in the animated series, which is it's on that Spider-Man 2099 body, which is it's okay, but you know, it's not scratching the itch for me. This one is gonna have to do until we get maybe I don't know, I'll probably have to get the Mafex one, but I think that one's gonna be even smaller. So, but yeah, those guys look good. All right, and then we have Riot next to a couple bigger figures that I have here. We have him up against the Marvel Legends Thanos classic version, and then we also have the previously reviewed MDLX Optimus Prime. Oh, that was a lot to say. But yeah, just to give you kind of an idea, he's a big boy. Really, really big boy. And there we have Agony there next to a couple figures. We have the Marvel Legends First appearance, Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, and then we also have the Valorverse Action Force Duster there. Really cool. You can kind of get her fighting some military guys. That would be a really cool setup there. Her escaping the Life Foundation. So that's a really good setup there. Some smaller figures. All right, so with everything said and done, I think this 3-pack is a really good addition to your collection. If you're looking to complete the Life Foundation team, this is a no-brainer. I mean, you're gonna need these two. You're gonna need Riot and Agony, obviously. We haven't really had them in true Marvel Legends form before. Now, of course, you're also getting the definitive Venom, in my opinion, the definitive Marvel Legends Venom, let me clarify. This is the best Venom that we've gotten so far from them. It kind of scratches every itch for me that I just want an all black Venom in that really huge, bulky version of Eddie Brock. This is doing it for me. This is the one. So yeah, I think those things do cover it for me for the 3-pack. Again, the gripes, you know, the lack of paint for Riot there and the fact that he is reused. I'm not too mad about the reuse. I know that's a point of contention for a lot of people, but they could at least given us different deco. I mean, these tentacles on him are the exact same as the Monster Venom there. But, you know, the paint work would have done it for me there, as well as a little bit more sculpt work on Agony. I do like the head sculpt there. That's fantastic. But as far as like some of the details where these, you know, the streaks and everything are, I think we could have gotten a little bit more effects on her. Maybe like a protruding spikes, just something to make her a little bit more interesting would have been cool, at least in my opinion. So just to kind of rate them, I guess I'll do them separately instead of as a whole. So this Venom here, I think he gets a 7.5 out of 10. He's not perfect. He's not a perfect figure. I mean, some of the joints are really gummy. He does still have pins on him. But again, the head sculpt is really nice. The body on it in and of itself is nice. Again, I just have those articulation issues. And then of course, you know, he looks like the character. So he's not going to get too many marks for me as far as downgrading him there. Riot there, he gets a 4 out of 10. Just, you know, there could have been a lot of effort done on him. I think if the paint job would have been a little bit more methodically applied to him, shading, just something to make him stand out would have been better than him just looking like a big slab of plastic, in my opinion. The head sculpt is nice. I do appreciate that they did give him the blade effect on his hand, so that is good. And then Agony, I'll give her a 6, mainly for the aesthetics. The articulation is lacking on that figure, but again, we don't really have a highly articulated female body. I'm really hoping that we do get one at some point. But the head sculpt is awesome. That alone is like a 9 out of 10 head sculpt for me. I really like the way it looks. And then of course the colors on her, they're really, really vibrant. They really do pop. So I do appreciate that. But again, the head issue with the neck, that takes points away for me. And then as well as just, if we would have got a little bit more articulation on it, I think it would have been nice. But she is decent. She's a decent figure. She's not horrible like a lot of people are saying. I don't know how they could say that. She looks really, really cool, at least in my opinion. So she looks like the character, all right? So that's that. But yeah, you know, those are the marks for me there. Again, Marvel Legends, it's a hit or a miss. The Venom is the highest ranking, you know, for me, and that's going to be for anybody who buys this. I would think so. You know, but you know, it's a good pack to have if you're looking to complete the team, and that's really its purpose. That's really what it's here to serve. So it's not going to be anything groundbreaking or anything like that. Now, my only thing now is we then have to go back and get an update for Phage, Lasher, and Scream, because they're on old. I think Scream is on the same body as Agony. I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know if I'm right. But Lasher and Phage, they definitely need updates. Lasher is on the, what is that? That's like the Pizza Spider-Man body. Like nobody even, oh God, like I don't even want to get him because I don't have the Life Foundation family completed yet. So I need Phage, I need Lasher, I need Scream. Phage, he doesn't look good. He wasn't really, when that Venom wave came out, I didn't really like the way he looked at all, and I thought that they were going to update him at some point. And yeah, I don't know, they then have to go back and redo them, and it's like, hopefully they do it in time, otherwise then they're going to have to update these guys again. I don't know, it's almost like an end, a never-ending loop with over here. There's just so many characters that they have to do, so little time. You know, you also have the MCU waves that they have to do, so it's a lot, but I'm not going to get into any of that there. But if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If there's any other suggestions you guys have for me or things that you guys want me to look at, I'm more than happy to. Thank you guys so much for supporting my videos, man. It's an absolute blessing, and it's a humbling thing for you guys to do so, because I didn't even, I'm doing this for fun, but yeah, if there's anything else, let me know, please. Otherwise, it was an absolute pleasure having you guys. Fix Status out.